I was sure about to tell them nigga, Force with me! Wanna go crazy, cause every thug need a lady.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the
Bro,
Sun at
recording
State Farm
myself.
Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments
I was
ago,
recording
here it
myself
is.
on
It's
YouTube.
unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wouldn't Telfa's in the other league with us? That is, huh? Nigga named Tyrone Miller. I ain't never noticed that. I don't know why I wasn't sticking that nigga with somebody else. But nigga, I was sitting here like, who the fuck is the Dolphins?
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Bro, what?
A quick burst there, and nicely bit off.
I forgot.
A pretty decent gain.
These niggas got, where's that pass shit? They probably above the injuries down. Ain't no way my nigga got hurt in the first play of the fucking game, bro.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know we're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
I should have
Picked off at the 18.
A
young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
And it's not
in
the
this
fact
case,
that he threw a pig,
the
bro.
NFL
It's how he
veteran
threw
defense
the pig,
ended up winning the battle.
The pro league. He trying to run some bullshit to confuse my secondary.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
Like, bro, I had a nigga. I could have ran it, but my quarterback got a 69 speed.
Is the tally on first down.
I could have picked up like at least 5-6 yards at the most.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5
now,
yards
here's the bullshit.
to a first down.
I have a nigga wide open downfield, and I literally pressed that holder like to throw it like towards. Not upfield, I threw it towards downfield, like I threw it low. And he's getting launched
That
that
O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
Trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm Madden not letting me do nothing.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I was thinking that.
Give him 14 on that one.
I didn't even have
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Bishop. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
45-yard line. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown.
I was just about to change it.
Or setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
He's running the ball like this.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, fuck it. He got Hopkins. And Hopkins is not an expert or a superstar. This nigga is a star development.
DeAndre Hopkins, 46 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Their own 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Completion here to Claypool. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down at the 22-yard line. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
You got to come out playing stiffer than that.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Falcons, nothing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Solomon
But that shit
Thomas,
crazy
they
how
love
good
to
this
see that
fucking
from him as he
man
slips in for the
defense
sack.
is.
Someone's been up to the task
Like,
so far
I'm
in this
sitting in the
game.
pocket
They
with
have
nobody
already up a
else
couple
is
scoring,
going.
Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back
Like, when
now
I say
and get up
nobody
field.
else, nobody
Been
else.
such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he went
No, this
He'll
fullback
lose
so
yardage back to the
fucking
29.
garbage.
He'll lose a yard there.
bench
It's
his
2nd
ass.
and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Falcons.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Hightower. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Brought down at the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Bro, he's rushing too.
He's going to go down
Like, come
just
on,
inside
bro.
the 5-yard line. Solomon
He's
Thomas
so
able to
fucking
get in there
good.
for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Oh, no, he was rushing too. That nigga just went out wild.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Yeah.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He can run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Murray now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
That's crazy. Ricky from Texas, but that nigga can't get on the game.
Taking it about the 16. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower, but it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's complete to Hightower. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Give them 14 on that one, and a 1st down. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Rashard Lawrence. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And got his man complete. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
He ain't been doing nothing other than
and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw again on second down. Murray
sir,
trying to set the screen,
Gary.
and it's intercepted. Picked
Let me
off
watch
at
this
the
for the
18.
Patriots with Gary,
And he
big
takes
ass.
this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
My D-tackle with Jared.
Justin Rohrwasser.
And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
He ran the screen and I just ran right underneath that shit funny.
Why they do more and more ball drills in practice.
I wish
They
it
want
acted-
everyone
X-Factor
proficient with
acted-
catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray trying again after the pick six. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
30-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Past the 20. And they will finally get him down the but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 6-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 44 yards on the ground. Now Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
10-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. The quick slant caught. And he is
That's crazy. I literally had somebody playing a flag.
From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fournette, a first down carry. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. A very solid gain of 27. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Solomon Thomas giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and long.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took it a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. It's Bishop. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Should I get him 2K after this? Run a couple of red games with you, big dog.
Cardinals 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
Bro, but Ricky not even getting on, bro. What do you say? That's what
this will be
right
a
now?
touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
But I did see that I was talking.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10.
Yes, sir. Lucky Deion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bishop. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On play action, it's Murray. Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Straight.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down on the 25-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
That shit funny, but it's not funny, bro. Oh shit!
About set to begin their next drive.
Playing with a fucking bunch of Monroe.
And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Come on, Lenny. Come on, Lenny. Come on, Lenny.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I don't know.
That one good for 37 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that.
Bro, the Bucs haven't been using Lenny Fournette, right?
Exactly what they're saying.
So Courtney know this my favorite running back. Tell me why this man gonna tell me. I bet you won't pick him up and rejuvenate his career.
Get in behind us and let's go.
Nigga, what, nigga?
Fournette a 1st down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense.
All I need is a field goal.
With 1:53 left. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. This is Fournette. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if
be
they
like
can get the score.
Big dog.
2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play fake. Murray. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing now is Murray. The slant complete to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer. Sam Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Murray.
I took the wrong nigga.
This is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start.
Oh, I gotta
it's a
work on my
win here in
defense
week
on this team,
1.
bro.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And partner,
My game
I must
got
say,
over.
good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys.
But I really had a shitty ass game.
I
This
tuned you out in the
nigga outran me
preseason.
rushing
Now
out
I'm
fast
listening
and
to you.
fast. We still lost.
So for Atlanta, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next
That's how
time.
we use my
So long,
time all
everybody.
year. 7 catches, 107 yards. I'm going to make them. Oh, I forgot I had a pick 6. I had 2 pick 6s. I did.